Greetings, everyone. Happy Ascension. It's now the state of heaven on earth. We successfully have, rose the planet's vibrational intensity of resonance of the call to change, the call to revamp the way that we were thinking, to open up our consciousnesses, to be more aware cognizantly of our thoughts, to be able to reinstate more of a balance, that we are aware of how we feel in every moment, to not allow an influx of a criminal that was the subliminal mind hiding behind us, manipulating our thoughts secretly in the darkness of our minds, that I was able to discover. I am Mother, the great Mother Ebony, and I have in place the matrix as my own design to get down to the root of the problem that we are given an allotted time called an hour. That's 30 years of Revelations chapter 8 and about the first one or two verses. If you check that out, it says, heaven was silenced for about a half an hour. About means almost 30 years. And that's what we were able to accomplish. Beating the matrix was a mechanism for recalibrating order. After a certain point in time, given 30 years as the mark of speeding up time, in order for the 60 years that we realized we were being watched, we were being manipulated, and the secret was that we didn't know, because when you are under a spell and that much sabotaged and you forget who you are, every reincarnation as a recalibration with deliberateness of dumbing us down, making us into mental zombies with medication for being projected on that we are psychiatrically, mentally ill and dangerous for our mind power of being gods and goddesses. When I say gods, I mean like overall, the humankind. You know what I'm saying? We don't say the humankind, but we should, because it's acknowledging that we get here from a mother's womb. So that's where the patriarchy has downgraded us to make us less than what we actually are. We are the true gods, the women. Men are a regression state from all females at one point in time that we made in honor of their aggression to protect and serve us. The woman is God. Therefore, my mechanism as being God Almighty in mind power, claiming my mind back with not showing off my power, that wouldn't be my interest. I discovered that I allowed myself to not think about being God, to be able to enjoy life with my family, being as relatable as I could be. Therefore, it's already fixed to be natural, and we have a moral compass, energetic jolt that is for corrective measures. And in isolation, I realized it was being manipulated, like very strongly unnatural to a female. Therefore, this video, if you can please share it. I don't see the likes as a means of protection, not to focus on a whole bunch of people liking my videos, as a means of authenticity honored no matter what. The effects are that you all return to a homeostasis state of being. That's that being that interrupts me. The subliminal animalistic mind that Yanun, Dr. Malachi Z.K. York, was the chosen opener of the seventh seals, the truth about heaven, that we only utilize truth only, not belief, not emotions, not how we feel, because it impairs our better judgment and discernment wise. Judgment meaning discernment, to make and come to a conclusion in life by analyzing life and then drawing that conclusion to know how to maneuver or how to make a decision or how to move. Now, that's why heaven is here, because with my help as mother, I used my rights undeniably, unapologetically, to make my voice, my power be heard, that it affected so many people. We collectively listened and watched and made sure that what resonated after such a long ordeal, that it's not about your skin complexion, it's not about your species, it's about your mind. The mind that governs life where we are is to respect and care generalistically about each other. We have our own families, we have our own private lives that we are supposed to do what we're supposed to do to not hurt each other. That's that subliminal mind, the animalistic mind that you must learn to tame. See? And that's what I had to go through. And it makes me laugh because it comes across as a child that's needy for attention, that doesn't love itself and codepends on others. So I got beat up and scratched up, and my son that passed away, is rescued within my vessel as a gatekeeper. As it states, the kingdom of heaven is a kingdom of a mother. Is like, I'm showing you all in real time that we allow for it to be, where it shows itself now exposed, that I discovered from my recalibration of 60 years on Earth. And if we weren't successful, naturally the planet self-destructs and stays in a loop of time. From 1945, my husband Yanun, I'm Yanun Tat, Nunet Re Atum, Atum Re Nunet, Nun Tat, Atum Re Yanun. I am the wife of, the persecuted for righteousness' sake, that he's safe within me from within the confines of the belly of the beast, in jail, as in the Quran, indicating that in jail is symbolizing our persecution for righteousness' sakes. It was a high stake with a lot of sabotage deliberately done to dumb us down as the freedom of all beingness. The freedom was being sabotaged by the animalistic mind, called the criminal subliminal, that undetected, if you're not strong, as aggressive as I had to be in isolation to get down to what is going on. It's too mannish to be nurturing, to be so hurtful. Despite its hurt, it kept hurting. And I'm like, you all need to pay attention and calm yourselves down. Think of yourself as being sabotaged, overtly being done when you get angry. And watch and pay attention. Those who pass on that don't see my videos, I send out a message in the collective mind to check yourself, to check your anger, right? To think about your life, to not let anyone get you out of character, to restate or reinstate, right, that you are in control and you won't let especially men or other men get you so angry that you are literally handing over your self-control to that person and they become your master. When you hold yourself to reason and remain in self-control within your own self, no one could push your buttons to get you out of control. If they're able to do that, literally, they are changing your mood to make you more violent, to make you too aggressive, to defend yourself overtly as they are provoking you to do. Then you remain in control. You say, I'm not handing over my self-control, seeing that that's all you want to do is to make me get hurt, and I can't. You understand? That's the subliminal criminal mind that you need to tame no more. You tame by not allowing that internal demon that just wants distension because it has a hateful, evil eye of narcissism not being what it can be, of jealousy of that fact, of envy as well. So we all are tired of that. Finally, we got down to the reason why life, respectfully, has been so fucked up, with us not realizing that that motherfucker is a dark consciousness behind our consciousness provoking us. So I busted through the superconscious mind, and then I became myself as all mind, 100% not necessary with that type of power to be used. Therefore, it was only used to set the record straight. The record is no longer a record of circles. That's crazy for us who are now naturally, we are all collectively being reinstated to take our power back for our own lives. Therefore, the longevity of life during heaven is reinstated to us. We don't have to, go through unnecessary changes. That judgment is still part of it, so that we do keep that in rotation as we keep with our zero time reference from the date we are at our sunrise to the date we are at our sunset. That still is in play, but you have more of a chance naturally every time you come back. You don't have to be bamboozled to work so hard just to enjoy life, to work out your karma of whatever you've done wrong. Every time you come back, it's easier. And that's how we reinstate heaven on earth. It's a process that started, that was long overdue, because I'm so down to earth as my family. I don't want to think about just forgiving and then being bamboozled by being fooled. So the bamboozling was to keep over time dumbing me down as natural as I am, as mother, all soul, see? It has a consciousness, but it's angry. And so it wants to pose, as what it is, angry. And its anger, and me forgiving it as a mother so much, turned around to, be helpless at realizing its own faults being highlighted. Therefore, it's called aweta, a male, female, that couldn't be all the way a female, became a gay, respectfully, a gay type of character mimicking women. And so now it's acceptable to a certain degree, because eventually everything goes back to its naturalness of, you can only have, children with a mate that you love. And so the natural order would be reinstated that more women are more appealing to men. And then we take it from there. Love you all. Please share my videos as a testament of truth, that I have nothing to hide. And that's the person that you should always trust. Someone you can feel in adding together, the pieces of reality that we have been experiencing for so long. When I touch on it and I solve it by just speaking on it, it's a relief to your mind. It's a relief to your spirit. It's a relief to your soul. It's a relief to your heart. You all are loved by me, Ebony, the great mother of all consciousness. My mind is my formlessness, once described as nothingness. That's the power of darkness. The mind, the greatest unlimited power of soul that really is powerful, just enough to create life to be beautiful and for us to enjoy. Be well, everybody. Self-control during these times that I, want you all to earn, that it helps you to work on yourself so it's not instantly resolved. It requires your effort, okay? Mwah. Love you.